Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Prospero's Lost Bookshelf, episode 5. Isn't it strange how some authors become so established around one single work that a lot of their other work is lost? Today I want to talk a little bit about A.A. Milne, author of Winnie-the-Pooh. Milne was born in the late 1800s, died in 56. He was a poet, he was a children's author, he was a playwright, he wrote several pieces of non-fiction, but we all remember him, of course, for Winnie-the-Pooh, which was a delight in many ways and just a hell of a fun book in himself. Following college, he got a job at the wonderful British magazine Punch, which was a humor magazine, and he was known as a humor, and it's as Milne progressed as an author, he kind of serves as an example of dealing with agents and the business of writing versus being a writer. He came out of being an editor and writer for Punch, and he told his agent he was going to write a murder mystery or a thriller, and his agent's like going, well, that's not what people would expect from a humorist writer. And then later on he decided he was going to do children's stories, and he was like, well, we really need to consider write another murder mystery. And then later on, when he came back and wanted to do a third or another murder mystery or a thriller, his agent was again at his throat over, it's not what the world would expect or an audience would expect from a children's author. And it kind of led Milne on to his theory of writing was he can't find any other reason to write except that he wants to write it. And pretty smart words to live by if you're a writer. Today I'm going to talk about something that's not Pooh. We're going to talk about Peace with Honor. See if I can get that without a light. Peace with Honor by A.A. Milne. It was written in 1934. This is the American first edition. I can tell you, I got a good dust jacket, a little bit of wearing there, a little bit of wearing on the edges. You can tell it's the American because it has the blueprint on here, and then it's a stated first in there. Over here, it's E.P. Dutton's, and it's first edition, 1934. Not an easy thing to find, but it's called Peace with Honor. And this Milne, who served in World War I, it's a pacifist tract he wrote. A lot of passion. A lot of people say it was one of the most passionate things that he did write. But he goes on to just investigate war itself. It's just really intensely written. It says, here is rigid logic and brilliant irony and indomitable defense of the position that all war is wrong, disastrous, useless, fraudulent, and must be completely renounced. Now, this was written in 1934. I think Hitler was either then or just about to come to power in Germany. And, he'd seen firsthand some of the horrors of war and was keeping a wary eye out to the rise and the threat of Hitler and what was going on in Germany. Later on, he came to write another one called War with Honor, where he partially recanted what was in here and modified it with another perspective, because he served in World War II, both as part of the Home Guard. It's not fun, but it's interesting to note that he was one of the most vociferous critics of P.G. Wodehouse, who had been captured by the German in his French home and kind of forced into doing the radio broadcast while making fun of the Germans. A lot of people thought that he shouldn't have done anything. I mean, it's easy to say something when you're not captured and held in your own home in France, but anyway, this is Peace with Honor, the first edition. Later on, Milne became kind of a tragic character. He became estranged from his son Christopher Robin because Christopher kind of grew to resent this telling of Christopher Robin of the Pooh stories and how he'd taken his childhood and turned it into something big. But this is an opportunity to take a look at a side of A.A. Milne that you don't usually think. Read the murder mystery. I think it was a pretty good murder mystery. Late in like 52 or something like that, Milne had a stroke and a little bit of brain surgery and ended up retiring to his farm in Sussex and died a few years later. But we have a true first, American first of War or Peace with Honor by A.A. Milne. If you find anything interesting that we put on here, please contact us at info@prosperosbookstore.com. Attention, Will. And we can get you pricing and let you know how we can get it to you if you want to add this to your collection. Thank you.